Okay, guys, this is my top 3 lock builds, and they made it 2K21. I'm in the demo right now, and I'll be showing y'all what are the best 3 lock builds to use in this game. The top 3, in my opinion. So let's get started. So I'm using small forward for this, kind of the main position for a lock. And for the first one, this is really tough, man. The first one, I'm going with the last one down here. This one is not terrible, honestly. So I'm upgrading this. This kind of reminds me of the rebounding wing last year, but this one you have more defense on. You do have more defense on, which is pretty good. You're obviously the lock. You're that lock on the team in stage, guarding the ball handler, which, hey man, it's pretty hard to do, especially with guys hipping and hopping. You know what I'm saying? But let me just fix the attributes very quick. I recommend just bringing down the interior defense, because you're a lock. You're not going to play inside. And then upgrade your 3-point shot. Boom, you 17 shooting meters, which is pretty good. And then go your finishing up here and do that. And then you get 3 finishing meters, which gives you gold contact finisher. And I think you get contact dunks. Or not, you get like standing contact dunks. I'm pretty sure. But those are just attributes there. And then I think you can go. You also go max wingspan, your lowest weight. I mean, I think going 6'9" is kind of bad. I think going 6'7" is good. 6'7", just saying it even high. Your speed is pretty good. Your defense, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is really good defensively. This defensively is a really good build. Finishing, okay. Your shooting is still above 70, which is good. Overall, it's not a bad lock build, and I recommend just choosing lock takeover. Do not choose glass takeover. Trust me, it's not worth it. The only bad thing about this build is you don't get Hall of Fame shooting matches, which kind of sucks. The next build, at number 2, is this build. The half red and half blue. So, this one, it was a popular build last year. It was a 2-way slasher, and kind of towards the end of the year. Well, I'm upgrading this. This build is for those comp players. Like, those comp players that know how to time the jump shot, and they know what they're doing, man. I mean, they know how to time a jump shot with a low 3-pointer, because you have a low 3-pointer on this. Your 3-pointer's at 55, which, and apparently the Mike Wang, that low 3-pointers will be punished this year, but like 70. But honestly, in my opinion, we're gonna find a way. I think people are gonna find a way, especially with no quick draw. You can have more shooting meters. They'll find a way. You can just revert back to like the 20 shot meter, or you can go no bar like I do. And I think people will find a way. You can't take off that. Okay, now try to take off some defensive. You actually can't take off defensive. It's kind of interesting. But you have 404. Just go to finishing. With this build, you do get contact dunks, which is pretty good. I'm actually gonna take this off. I get 19 instead of just having my driving layup. I'm having driving down. So you'll actually go 6'6" on this build. Go 6'6". You're kind of like big man, like defense, like your interior finisher. Your rebound goes down. But look at that 3 main attributes: firm defense, blockiness, and steal. Those go up. Your shot goes up, which is good. And then you obviously go the lowest way. You have 91 speed, which is really good. It's really good. You're really fast. And with max weight and wingspan, look at that defense, man. I know the block. The block is kind of low. I'm not gonna lie. The block is kind of low. Rebound is okay, but those 3 main defensive batters is pretty good. You have 55 3-point shot. With boost, I hopefully think that 99.9 boosts are back. And that'll give you a 63-point shot, which I think will be doable in NBA 2K21. And your finishing is pretty good. You can actually use this as a rep grinding build, if lobs are a rep grinding thing again this year. So yeah. And I recommend this one with lock tank. Slashing tank, there's no point going slashing tank. You can't dribble. I mean, you maybe can throw lobs, but lock tank will really fill your purpose for this build. Okay, and the final build, number 1. This is going to be the lock build I'm going to be making in NBA 2K21. It's this one, the rebounding wing chart last year. You go first one. And I had a rebounding win last year, and I actually liked them. I did mess about these things, like make him only like 6'8", make him fat. But I think I have more knowledge on how to make a lock build. So you have 21 defensive batters, which is pretty good. I think the most we all had was the first one, or first build, because that had the second most defensive in the pie chart. What can I take off? I'm done. I'll actually just take off your interior defense, because you really don't need that. And then finishing, you shooting game 19, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. And then you go to your finishing, and you actually have 5, 6. You have 6 finishing matters. We can give you 2 gold finishing matters, contact finisher and fancy footwork, which is good, solid. And then you can go 6, 8 on this build, 6, 8. And your defense does 3 main attributes. Take a hit, which kind of sucks. But your shooting is pretty good. So, and then you go lowest weight, kind of get that speed back. You have your 80 speed and your max wingspan. Boom. Look at this build, boys. 75 driving dunk. That's pretty good, especially with the boost. You get 80, and you can get standing contact dunks with that. And your 70 open shot 3. That's really doable. It's 19 stream batters. And your defense is really well rounded, especially when you get to a high overall at 99. Those defensive batters go almost all up to 80, which is really good. Your speed's 82, and plus will get better. And personally, you have so much options for takeover, more options than any other builds that I showed in this video. You can go slash and takeover, which this is really interesting. But obviously, I want to maybe go for a sharp takeover, man. Lock take, I mean, you walk up and you lock down your team, but sharp take is gonna be so helpful, man. You can maybe run this build at the 5, man. I like running some small ball lineups in park, and this build, man, is pretty good. So yeah, guys, that's my top 3 locks, in my opinion, in NBA 2K21. I did not include the pure red, personally, as a small forward build. It's not that good, but trust me, in the next vid, you'll see where I rank the pure red. But yeah, all these builds are pretty good. If you make any of these builds, you'll be set. Very 2K21. Okay, so yeah, guys, I hope you all are enjoying your day, and peace out.